we have codified all of the skills that the experts around the world say people need to be able to prosper in their life and in their business world. And we've kind of put those into the coach. There are 72 different development areas we've identified. Underpinning that, there's 808 individual areas. But the beauty of the coach is what it will do is it will take people on a journey and it puts them in the driving seat to do something about it. The first thing that it does, it makes it really tangible. It's a bit like opening the back of a watch and seeing how it works. You can see how the cogs work and which bits in there are. So we've made humanistic skills really tangible. We've made it safe, as I said, because it's in technology, so I don't feel like I'm being judged. We put it onto an app so that you can engage with this in 5 and 10 minute 5 and 10 minute nudges, making it really available for you to be able to self-reflect and kind of consider and have wisdom in your pocket that very quickly gets you to where you want to be. So the question I ask you as an example is, if you want to get better at listening skills, what do you need to get better at? Because the difference between a great listener and a listener is massive in terms of the impact of it. So just telling somebody that they've got to get better at listening skills isn't enough. You've got to, and then just putting them through a listening skills course isn't enough. Why? Because you start telling them a whole load of things they already know, and they switch off, and it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of resource. So what we do is we help individuals identify the nuggets that they're missing and then be able to do something with it. The system prioritizes where I need to develop. So of those 72 different areas, in a very short amount of time, it works out where people need to focus in the number 1, number 2, number 3 area. It's self-identified and self-directed, which means I'm going to do something with it. And it's personalised to the individual. It is not sheep dip, I'm on it, which means I can take responsibility for it. What it will then do is it will reveal connections and resources for people that really narrows down, as I say, curated, so not the stuff that's on page 1 or 2, all curated to make sure that it's quality content that's available immediately for people to be able to get the resources to make a difference and start to be able to make an impact on what's impacting them. We give people goals and rewards, which measures and gives, and incentivizes people and helps them really understand where they are. It's about marginal gains because human skills are really hard to change. And actually you've got to do it in small bite-sized bits for it to be consumable and for you to be able to want to do it. And to a certain extent, what you've got to do is undo some skills. And the way that you do that is by understanding where you are and what you're doing and what the impact is. And it's collaborative, so we connect people to other people that can either support their development because they're working in the same area or support their growth because they're experts in an area. And if you think across an organisation or if you think about a community, there is we've got so many generations that are working in the same place now. That ability to be able to collaborate and to be able to move that intelligence is massive and free, potentially, for those individuals to be able to do so. And then what we do is we send them reminders and proactive material to say, look, this is an area that you're focused in, this is a new piece of material you might want to think about. Evidence and measure, so they can evidence their journey as they go along to either their employer or to a recruiter or to a mentor or to a lecturer. And then there's live journaling that's in here, which is about supporting that journey, but also being able to support those habits of about getting things down. And then, as I say, it's number 1, number 2, number 3, and what we're doing is we're helping people grow through levels. And as soon as you've undertaken one level or you've undertaken a bit of development, what you then do is go back around the circle and it picks you up and it takes you on to the next one so you understand the next bit of the journey you can go on to. And then it connects your other people into that journey. So your lecturer, your mentor, your peers or your manager, whatever it would be. And it gives them a joint understanding because they both get to understand the skill sets that are in the platform. So what that does is it changes perception and gets people around understanding the same thing in the same way, which removes hierarchy, which removes judgment, and then makes conversations about the difference, for example, on listening, an open one and about listening, and not about you or about my opinion and what you do and all that sort of stuff. So you can start to have great, honest conversations, and you can then really start to support people. You get data and you get to see where people are focused on goals. And as a manager or a lecturer, you can go, it's brilliant that you're working on that. How can I help you? Oh, we've got this opportunity that's over here. Or have you spoken to Billy Bob, who's absolutely fantastic at that? So managers are getting real deep insight and being able to support and coach and have those great conversations with individuals. And importantly, you get data at every point in this journey to understand use, to be able to understand competence, to understand goals. And as a consequence, you can understand how you can support people. You can understand where you've got trouble spots. You can understand where you've got risks and do something with it.